Inside this box, I have the Fitbit 1, which replaces the Fitbit Ultra. And don't be fooled by this gigantic and somewhat dangerous looking box. The Fitbit is tiny, and you wear it on your body when you're exercising. All right, let's get it out of here. Wasteful packaging. So you may remember last season, as I mentioned earlier, I tested this guy against the Nike Fuel Band. There were a few things about it that I didn't love. One was its lack of wireless charging unless you were within a few feet, 10 feet, I think, of the base. That is fixed in this version. And it also gets sweat-proof and waterproof, which I actually think is a huge improvement. Water resistant. Okay, it comes in black and burgundy. We got the black model. Ooh, it is small. At first blush, it's very obviously smaller than the initial Fitbit. And this guy just basically clips on to your clothes somewhere. You wear it all the time when you're walking, when you're working out, when you're sleeping. It's pretty much fitness data porn. Okay, not loving this packaging. Nothing hip or cool about all this like plastic junk. Really? Oh my God, this is like a child's toy. All right, this thing goes like this. Oh, there we go. Okay. Here you have your guide to the Fitbit hieroglyphics. One of my least favorite things about it is that the feedback mechanism is just completely baffling. You get a flower that grows the more activity you do. And then look, if you just press these buttons, you get a series of different numbers. They're just slightly different from the other ones. Whatever, Fitbit. Okay, this is, inside the box, our little sleep armband. You actually tuck this into the band and you wear it while you're sleeping, and it can actually tell when you're in a deep sleep or not, when you're moving around, and you can use it to get kind of data about how well you sleep. That's a cool, nerdy feature that a lot of people like. And I personally think that sleep is a much overlooked component of your overall health. That was nerdy. Ooh, all right, there's a new little case for it with a clip. That's probably what helped. This is probably why it's water resistant, because now there's a rubber case for it. Here's our charging cable for the dock. This is actually nicer and much tidier and smaller than it used to be. Oh, well, that's a short little cable. Okay, there's no power adapter here, so you're just gonna have to plug this into your computer and charge that way. Okay, let's get the actual Fitbit out. I was stalling because it appears to be attached by many, many little annoying plastic things. No, not so bad. There we go. Okay, Fitbit, look how tiny. See if it'll come on. Ah, there we go. Fitbit. Man, this is small. Now I know that that's a plus in some ways, but one of the things that happened to me a lot with the original Fitbit is that I left it places and or lost it. It's a little more easy to keep track of, easier to keep track of when it's in this little thing here. There we go. It's already wanting to measure my steps. Look, it's taken 248 steps since it was born. It's like a baby giraffe. All right, let's go through the specs. Specs on the Fitbit are pretty straightforward. I mentioned it comes in two colors, black and burgundy. It has this OLED display. Battery life is great, 5 to 7 days before you have to charge this guy. You can get Fitbit software for both PC and Mac. When you sign up at Fitbit.com, you can track and log your activity, your food, your sleep, your water intake, your body mass, and your weight. When you press the button on the front of the Fitbit, you change the display, and it cycles through steps, distance, calories burned, floors climbed, this is just an estimate, and the flower, of course, which grows and shrinks based on your activity. There is also a handy little clock. Wireless syncing with the Fitbit 1 is improved. It now includes Bluetooth syncing with iOS or your computer. Unfortunately, that is not yet available for Android. And like the Fitbit Ultra, the Fitbit 1 will automatically sync whenever it's within 20 feet of its charger. So the Fitbit 1 costs $99. There's also a new version called the Fitbit Zip that's a little cheaper, about 60 bucks. I'm thinking you might want to look into that one if you're interested in the Fitbit. I'm a little concerned about the size of this and the fact that it comes with two separate pieces. Although, look, if you are into tracking every single element of your personal life, your activity, your workouts, your sleep, you're never going to get more fun data porn than you're going to get with Fitbit. I also like the fact that it does wirelessly sync over Bluetooth, and it's available for iOS and Android, which Fuel Band cannot say. I don't know. Fitbit has its fans. I want to love it, but it's just not my favorite. It's real cute.